What's going on, people? How are we all doing this fine evening if you're watching when this comes out, and if not, how are you in general? First off, shout out to Mike Jackson and his wife. I saw them at the weekend, met them, they said they watched the channel, so appreciate you saying hello and thanks for watching, of course. So yeah, big shout out to you guys, it was lovely to meet you. Next we have 3 jobs, I think just 3. 2 complete breakdowns, no heating, no hot water, and a leaking boiler. What else have we been up to? Not a lot, to be fair. Not a huge amount has been going on. How has the sound been on my videos? Please do let me know, because I've not actually been using microphones of recent. So yeah, it'd be great to know how the sound has been. And I'm about to go into a leaking boiler fix valve, but I don't think there's any need to really film that. Yeah, let me know what you've all been up to. Jump in the comments. And it's show season coming up, lots of exhibitions. If anyone's going to anything interesting, again, let me know. Installer show in June. I think there's a couple of tool fairs. The one near me, I would say, is North London, so I don't know if I'm going to get up there. It's a long old trip for that, but we shall see. So let's crack on to the videos. I'm going to crack on to this job and see you in the middle. Right, in this next one, I really need a haircut. My haircut is tomorrow, depending on when you're seeing this, but the next part of this video I might have a haircut in. Atag boiler, no display, so hopefully it's just a PCB, which I have with me here. So here we are. You can actually see the blue screen still there, so I'd definitely say circuit board, which is good because it's not a problem. Let's see if the whole wall works. Oh yes, it does actually work still. It's just not showing anything. Just swap that out. It's nicely done. Everything's on connectors. And it should just pop off like that. He says. One at the back. 2 at the back. Don't listen to me. Yeah. Obviously the power is off. Take out all of these connectors and swap it over. So I should have opened the box first because I've started to undo things, but handily, look, it comes like that as one complete unit ready to slide out. So you just take that out and pop that in. So again, I need 2 hands to do this and there's nowhere to put the phone. So we go, new one's in. There's the old one, the old board. So just got to plug all these back in. Remember where they all went. And that should be it. There we go. So now we just got to set the parameters to the right boiler. Then away we go. After setting the correct model on there, you might end up with a fault 142. So you first need to check that the pump is in fact plugged in, which it was. We didn't unplug that. And we've got to turn pump communication off. So it's back and okay to go into the 007. Always remember that on these 007. We need to go to complete menu. I'm going to go to boiler parameters. Down to other. feedback. I'm going to turn that off. And we should be good. Atag boilers really are a joy to work on. As you saw, so much space, but even that PCB just come in where you just replace the whole thing. It's just so much easier. Like, I've got to admit, they are very, very well thought out boilers. I can't actually think of any boiler that I prefer working on. Everything on them, aside from the expansion vessel, which isn't hard, it's just time consuming. Like, I can't think of another boiler that I would rather work on. Let's go find this leak. So I turned out to a boiler service and they've also got a leak. And it's the flow adapter. I don't think I've changed one of these on camera before, so let's see. So we have to isolate the hot water or cold water into the boiler. Disconnect that now. Disconnect this clip. This is the nightmare clip. See, it comes there and just drips onto the diverter, which is why they invented that little green jacket. It should come out with a flow switch and everything. Might need 2 hands for this. There we are. You can see all just starts to break away. I'll show you what it should look like in a minute. Yeah, in pieces. And there's loads more pieces in the back there, which I have to try and get out now. Also found this, which is a sight glass version, so that's at risk. So we're swapping that out too with these. But I've left the flow adapter downstairs in the van, so I've got to go and get that. So there it is. We're gonna rebuild this using that. That goes on there. And then put your O-rings in. One there, one there. Forgot there's actually 2 of these and a restrictor there. So they go in backwards, so the holes stick out of here. So when it's made up, it should look like this. The nut goes on there, you've got your 2 restrictors in there, O-ring there, O-ring there. And then it goes into the boiler that way, and the flow switch goes onto there. So that's pushed in. Now the tricky bit, actually this one's alright, it's got loads of space, is putting the clip in. It's just that bottom bit that I will probably need 2 hands for. Well, points to you if you knew straight away when you saw that it was a CDI what the issue was going to be. The flow adapter, if I had £1 for every one of those I had replaced. Although in my younger days, the amount of times, I think it was maybe 2 or 3 times I went to Green Star Juniors thinking it was a leaking flow switch, and then just ordered the flow switch and then come unstuck and had to go and order the flow adapter as well. But now I keep on the van. And actually City Plumbing do a service kit with all the service gaskets and everything that has the flow adapter with it, that you can change it and kind of preempt the problem. But I guess as a breakdown engineer, God bless the Worcester boiler. So I'm now on a Glowworm Micron 50 FF, which is coming up with this. So it's coming up without fault. Let's reset it. Let's have a look. So the fault lights indicate for Mister, which is plugged in here, and all the way up there. It goes through there, round the back there, and into there. So I'm gonna just unplug that and plug it in first to see if it works before trying to get all that out. So a new one is plugged in. It's hanging there. I could do with this just going well. Okay, no flashing, so that's a positive. Boom, let's fit it properly. I am going to need 2 hands for that, and there's nowhere to put the phone. So, Glowworm Micron, that was it. Actually, they were all interesting jobs, I think, all different ones. Don't think I've filmed any of them before, but the Micron, basically the thermistor is completely corroded into the file and will not come out. So it's going to need a new file. That is obsolete. Found a couple of places online. They massively range from price, most expensive being £140, but obsolete part. So it is what it is. You know, I'll give the customer the option. It's going to need partial drain down, file removal, thermistor refill and everything. But versus a new boiler, which is going to be a good few grand because it's vertical flue through a loft, need a roofer. Do you do your own vertical flues? I don't. Let me know if you do, but yeah, I don't. And yeah, see what way they want to go. I guess budget will depend, but it is a 20-odd-year-old boiler, so yeah, which way do you go with it? Topic for discussion: apprentices. I would love an apprentice, but is it cost effective? How do you run it? Are you better off getting an improver? Like, I would love to train someone and bring them along, but at the same time, like, it's just so expensive. You've got to factor in wages, sick pay, holiday pay. More so, like, you're almost paying double on holiday pay if they take their holiday a different time to you, because you can't force them to take it at the same time as you. Yeah, do you have an apprentice? How do you even start looking at that? And is it cost effective? Transport, you've either got to pick them up and spend the time picking them up, dropping them off, or give them a vehicle, like, which, as we know, I'm wanting a vehicle myself. I guess I could give them my van, but I need my van to put down as a part exchange. Anyway, that's another story for another day. But yeah, how do you do things? What is your plans? Anyways, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, hype. Don't forget to hype and chuck some comments in. I want to chat with people. Bye.